And very early morning to you, YouTube. How's it going? Dirk here at GC Blues 45. Folks, I am be working on getting the rest of the team reviews going soon, but today, folks, we are going to talk about something different here in this NHL report about possible NHL expansions. That's right. As you know, the league is thinking about expanding in the league. By the way, you notice anything different, folks? With me? You notice what's going on? Yeah. I look much younger, do I? Yeah. Okay. So before I get really in depth into this video, don't forget if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe icon to be notified every time I upload a new video by clicking the bell icon. And don't forget to give me that thumbs up doodle. If you haven't liked this video, give me that thumbs up doodle. It's very important. And also tell your friends about me too, okay? All right. So with that being said, let's get into this. All right, as you know, the league wants to possibly expand to 36 teams. And here's my list on who I think should have a team and who should not have a team. First, the cities that should not. And it's really just one, Atlanta. Now, why am I saying Atlanta? Well, the reason why is they already lost two teams. And when you lose two teams, odds of getting a third are not good. Look at how St. Louis did with the NFL. They lost two teams. And they're saying you guys will never get a third. And I think that's the same thing that should be done with the NHL. Atlanta, they really can't support a team. And the proof is in the pudding. They didn't. There was really no support for the Thrashers. So that's why I don't see Atlanta getting a new team anytime soon. And also, there's a saying, let's put another team in Montreal. No, I don't think Montreal needs a second team. But I do see another city, and I'll explain that when we get to the other part. So Montreal, another team in Montreal, no, and another team in Toronto. Toronto don't need two teams. There's, that's another thing. Let's not put another team in Toronto. Let's just keep it with just one with the Maple Leafs, and that's it. So that's out. Now, who do I think deserves an NHL team? And here's why. One, Portland, with the possibility, with that great rivalry with Seattle and Vancouver and Edmonton and Calgary. You got a great rivalry right there, especially with another division team, another division team like with Utah that's in the Central. Perfect. So you got that great rivalry right there in that Western area. So that's why I say Portland. Another possibility, and this has come up a lot of times, is Austin. Austin, but here's the thing: I really don't like Austin because that's in the Dallas area. In the Dallas area, so I don't see Austin getting it. But Houston, yes, Houston with that great rivalry with the Dallas area, great possibility. Houston and Dallas. But how about this? Let's throw San Antonio in the mix. How about that? They got a great AHL team with the team that's now with the Golden Knights. I think that could be a good possibility to have an NHL team in San Antonio. But San Antonio is an honorable mention. So I'll get to that when I'll get back to that with my honorable mention teams. So, and another location, and this goes out to one of my new subscribers, New Orleans. Yes, with that great possibility with the Stars and Dallas, and then in the Eastern Conference having that rivalry with uh, with Tampa and Florida. That sounds like a good legit area. But of course, they had to renovate the Smoothie Center, the Smoothie King Center, renovate it, and put an ice machine downstairs, down, and a whole bunch of other stuff. But it could probably happen. Another good area that I think deserves an NHL team is Indianapolis. Now, why Indianapolis? Well, it has the structure, it has a great arena, also a rivalry with St. Louis, Chicago, Detroit, and Columbus, two Eastern Conference teams, two Western Conference teams. Perfect right there. And let's not forget Quebec. Quebec deserves to have a team again. Yes. And come on, the NHL keeps forgetting about Quebec. Let's bring back Quebec. But the four possible cities I see really getting an NHL team is Portland, Houston, Indy, and Orlando. No, why Orlando? Well, Orlando has a great ECHL team, the Solar Bears. And so they got the arena. All they need to do is put a team there. And with the rivalry with Florida and with Sunshine, Florida, and the Miami area, and St. Petersburg and the Tampa area, you had that great rivalry right there. So that's why. Now, now for honorable mention sites, Quebec is an honorable mention. New Orleans is an honorable mention because once again, you have to renovate the arena, you have to tear out that floor, and then you got to put that ice machine downstairs, and then build it up, and then so it can freeze that floor. That's what they got to do. But I think if they renovate Smoothie King Center Arena, and I think it can happen. And but you know, I think I think New Orleans could work. I really think so. So that's why I had them as my honorable mentions. Say in Quebec, they're an honorable mention too, but the NHL needs to put a team back in Quebec. They need to, especially if a team gets bought and the right people are who are the owners, they can move that team to Quebec. And there's a few teams that are in verge of needing being moved here in the U.S. And I think it could happen with having a team in Quebec. So tell me what you guys think. Do you agree with my cities, Portland, Houston, Indy, and Orlando, with honorable mentions of New Orleans and Quebec, and the no cities of Atlanta, Toronto, and Montreal? Tell me what you guys think, and I will answer you guys' comments. If you guys got any questions, I will answer them. And if they're now also, if the league wants to expand to 38 teams, the other two cities, well, Quebec and New Orleans, that is your five, that is your six teams right there. So yeah, so if the league wants to expand to 38, New Orleans and Quebec, yes. But there's really no other spots to put teams in. And another area that I say no to is Arizona. You know, they knew how bad the owner was, so that's why the NHL left Arizona. And the owner, he couldn't lock down that arena deal. So guess what? He's like, thanks NHL, thanks, hey, thanks fellow owners for the $1 billion. Thanks suckers. I'm taking this and running. That's what he did. He actually took the money and ran. Now, if I was Bettman, I would not give him $1 billion until he actually did secure the arena rights, to get the rights to the arena. But that's a different story for a different time, folks. And so my no cities, there are four. It's Atlanta, Toronto, Montreal, and Arizona. I don't want, especially having two teams in Montreal and Toronto. No, but tell me what you guys think in the comments below. And as always, folks, please stay safe, take care. Remember, watching it, and I'll see you guys soon. Until then, peace.